AITAH for being low contact with my sister for how she treated me. Edit the reason why it's an AITAH is because I tried to post in on the AITAH subreddit but I wasn't allowed due to my account. Age for context, I currently 18F, have a disabled mother. Her illnesses are both mental and physical. I also have 2 older siblings, currently 27F and 31M. A few years back in 2023, when I was 1516, I lived with both my older sister and mother. At the time, my sister was supposedly my mother's carer, but she had recently got a boyfriend who she became obsessed with incredibly quickly. She had boyfriends in the past, many of which were fleeting, and stayed at our house a few times before leaving and never coming back. We shared a room in which I was kicked out of when they came to stay. One time I was incredibly unwell with her boyfriend she had got at the time, still currently together. She became quite distant from my mom and I, staying at her boyfriend's house, which was the switch from having them all stay at ours. During this time my mom got increasingly unwell, in which I had to take more and more responsibility during my GCSE, calling 999, cleaning up after her, and just general care duties. My issue was that during this she had basically moved in with her boyfriend after a few months and absolved herself of her care duties while still getting paid carer's allowance. She controlled my mom's bank account, likely stealing money from it, only giving me access when she got her first big pay check from her new job, so I had to contact her to either see how much was in her bank before buying something or to check if she had been paid, as well as she rarely came back, and when she did she acted awfully. She was warned by both my brother and I that she's likely to go down a bad path where our mum would likely pass away in front of me 15 and I would have PTSD for a while. She claimed that she doesn't really care and what happens happens. I also told her that if she carries on prioritizing her boyfriend over my mum and I, we will not keep the strong relationship we once had. She remained at her boyfriend's house, claiming he needed her more than I do, so I took on the responsibility and, with my brother's help, got my mum back on her feet while doing the most important exams of my life, GCSE and A-levels. Luckily, this didn't impede my ability to go to university, and I secured my place at a prestigious uni, being the first in my family to do so, with absolutely no help from her, despite her idea that she raised me and that she cared for our mom, telling our whole family and others all of our business despite not even living with us. So, now I'm quite distant from her. We barely talk and see each other about once a month or every 3 weeks, despite her trying to talk to me every day. I can't help but harbor resentment towards her for the situation I was forced into. It also worsened my own mental health, to which I now find it hard to forgive and trust people, thinking that everyone will do me dirty, like she did. She consistently says things to me like, "Oh, you hate me and you don't like me anymore," which is true to a certain extent. I can't help but dislike her, considering all she put me through. Now, her boyfriend isn't as lovely as she thought he was. She's laying it on thick, being nicer to me, my mom, and even occasionally my brother. I don't want to accept her back as it was before. We were all very close previously, and I cannot bear being around her for more than a few hours on rare occasions. I don't know how to respond when she vents about her boyfriend being awful, because I simply don't care. I'll tell her to leave him, but she doesn't listen. It's mostly trivial too, which makes it even more triggering because now she's got these mundane issues when I was our mom's primary carer for years. I would also like to add that whenever she's seen our mother recently, she likes to put her down, claiming she needs Botox for wrinkles and not complimenting her on her change of lifestyle. No more smoking and being healthy, since she's now gained weight and is struggling with her self-esteem. My mom's history of mental health issues makes this an even bigger problem because she can become fixated on her appearance, and she took these comments to heart, in which I had to build her confidence and self-esteem back from the ground up, which I am still working on. There is still so much more, but I feel like this post is already too long. Ultimately, I want to know AITAH for not wanting to accept her fully back into my life and being low contact with her. Thanks.